Well then, hello there. I am trying to put together some content and put it up on the interwebs as far as drafting goes, and probably play some standard and some other stuff as well. But I thought a good place to start would be with a Ravnica draft. So I'm here, I'm going to play Swiss because I'm not too familiar with the format. I took a couple months off of Magic and basically missed the last two sets in this series. So we're going to do a Swiss Ravnica draft, and I'll be back when the drafting starts. All right, well, here we have a pack of cards. I will have to read this rare, because I have no idea. I think it's a Mind Funeral Mill sort effect. All right, no, so it's a Duress. It's a fancy Duress. Okay, that card's fine. I don't think it's very good in draft. This guy is pretty good. Fighting, it's basically a removal spell, as well as a dude. The only downside is you don't get to choose what he fights. But he's big, and he's card value, and seems good. Rest of the cards here, nothing too notable. A couple mediocre removal spells. A Maka is fine, but I'm pretty satisfied with this guy, so that's what we're going to go with. Alright, now, to follow it up, we have not much in the colors. We have a Cruel Warrior, which is fine. Crawl Warrior. Creepy Warrior. Okay, so we're gonna select him for now and kind of take a look around. The Jellin Sphinx is pretty good. Species Gorger is, it's okay. If you allow enter the battlefield effects, I'm sure it's fine. Wolf Rider is fine. All these cards are very expensive though. I don't mind having a bear with a late game ability and kind of keeps us on color. So I think that's a reasonable choice, and so that's what I'm going to go with. Alright, Rot Farm Skeleton is fine. He's not super exciting. The Summoner seems like it's pretty good. It's pretty expensive, but we could kind of go for like a 5-color rampish sort of deck. So I'm going to choose that right now as probably the card I'm going to go for. There's another Crawl Warrior, which should also be fine. There's also a Tide Drinker. I don't think they should... Passing that is sad, but I think it's already a little bit too late to go into Izzet. We also already passed 2 really good Izzet cards. So this guy's fine. And this is a great big value train. So yeah, I'm going to go with this, and then we can pick up some ramp spells and kind of be like a big, rampy value sort of deck. Seems like a good direction. Here we have nothing too much. The Maka seems fine. 3/1 haste is cool. Test pilot, probably not what I'm going to go for. So the Maka seems pretty good here. 4-drop. And probably a little bit better than Fatal Fumes. And we're not in black yet, so I don't think I need that. That doesn't seem that good. Card at random from their hand. Interesting. Alright, well I think I'm going to go with the Maka here. It seems fine. Alright, so here we have Guildgate would not be bad, Fatal Fumes wouldn't be bad. And nothing else that really stands out as something I would want. I think I'm just going to take the Guildgate. It's a pretty safe pick here, nothing else we really need, and fixing is good. What is this? Morgue Burst. Turn a card from going to deals damage, target equal power the card returns. So it's a big removal spell that also gets you value. That's fine. Blast of Genius. Drown in Filth, Boros Mastiff. These are all cards. I think the Mastiff is probably the best choice. The Morgue Burst is fine too, but I think we'll have plenty of things to do late. Piker's okay. It could be the Piker here, but I don't think we want to be the aggressive deck. So I'm going to go with the Mastiff. And here I think I'll take the Warrior, the Gruul Warrior. I don't see anything else that's super exciting. This guy's pretty good, but we already have a really good high curve, and we don't need a lot more expensive cards. So this guy seems good, and that guy seems alright, but he's not really in our colors. Or is he? I think the Gruul Warrior is probably the better choice here. This guy's a good consideration. I'm going to go with the Warrior. So deck's looking pretty good right now. Cluestone seems fine. What is this? That's alright. It's an okay card. But I don't know. I don't really see a reason not to take it here. We don't terribly need a Cluestone. So this is a fine card. It might end up making our deck. Here the Cluestone is interesting again for each land in your graveyard. So if we end up playing like a, I was going to say mulch, but that's not even in the set. But this is like a target creature gets -1/-1, so it's some sort of removal spell. It seems pretty unreliable. I think I'd rather have the Cluestone here. It's kind of on color, and we do want to play these big things eventually, so that's what we'll take. Alright, Fido Burst, 4/6, another Cluestone. All these are fine. I'm going to take the Cluestone. We do still want to be on the kind of ramp plan, and there's no reason not to. I could also take this one. I think I'd rather have the on-color one right now. Alright, so this guy came back around. I think he's slightly better than the Maze Behemoth. And, you know, generating card advantage and having a late game is kind of what the goal is right now, so we'll give him a try. Drown in Filth, alright. Another dude. I don't really need the dude. I'll take the Drown in Filth. That might be a good sideboard card. I'm going to take a Cluestone. And another Drown in Filth. So I'm going to hide those for now. Not a bad pack one. I think the Cruel Warriors are pretty good. Crawl Warriors. And yeah, it looks fine. Some sort of Naya-y, 5-color ramp deck. So this guy's awesome and great open. And he's probably better than anything else here. Otherwise, Krakenura would be pretty good. Holy Mantle's okay. The Guild Mage might be alright. But it's pretty clearly the rare here. This guy's awesome. And totally making our deck, so there you go. Alright, well it's probably this Rampager. This guy's just value on every end. I've played them a little bit in Standard, so I'm familiar. Can't block. This guy's okay too, but I think this is probably higher value and kind of fits what our deck is trying to do better. And removal spell is also good. I think this guy's slightly better at this point. Hopefully we can get removal in the next couple of packs. It's not very often I take a creature over a removal spell, but you usually end up pumping and eating an imposing creature, so this is basically a pseudo removal spell, and he's also good if you play him as a 4/4 trampler. So, all right. So Ember Beast is the first thing that stands out to me. It'll be fine. We have enough twos to make it a reasonable card. I wouldn't be super excited about taking it. This would be not a bad idea either. Target creature or player equal to the number of creatures you've got. I think I'm going to end up chasing this. The removal is something that's important to us right now, and it's a pretty good card overall, and I think we're going to have a pretty creature-heavy deck. So that's what I'm considering right now. What is this guy doing here? I'm pretty surprised that this hasn't been taken. I mean, it's a 4/4 flyer for 4, and, you know, it demonic tutors both players, or whatever that effect is. It seems pretty awesome, and I'm surprised it hasn't been picked. I'm going to take the removal spell, though. Alright, Wasteland Viper. Seems pretty good. Sunhome Guildmage would be fine. And it makes tokens, so I'm pretty excited about taking the Guildmage here. Just for the value, and it's good in combat, it does all the things. Scorch Walker, also fine. Between these two, I think this guy is a little bit better. It's pretty close though, they both seem like pretty high quality cards. But I'm going to go with the Guildmage. Alright, so I think this card is awesome in Limited. Now, I've been wrong in the past, but I think I'm right. Basically, anytime that you do combat, you get some counters, and eventually it's a removal spell or does something nice for you. Um, and it's just more value. So I can't really think of a reason. There are some other high quality cards in this pack. This one might be okay in ours. We don't have enough gates yet to pick it. This guy's alright. We're not really that sort of deck that would want this. This guy seems like he would be good, and this guy is fine too. But I'd like to get a chance to play with this card, and I think it'd be really good. So, alright, so this guy is really good. It's 4 mana 4/3. Zertos Swine is also really good, but this is a little bit better for our curve. And there's also a Massive Raid, which is definitely considerable, but you don't want too many of those because of the case when you don't have any creatures. It's pretty low quality draw. So we're going to go with this Crown Ceratok. Our deck seems pretty good so far. This guy's good. Good 2-drop. So I'm going to select him for now. Skullcrack, not really a limited card. Put 2 2/2s in the board. That's pretty good. But right now I like the idea of having another 2-drop. And one with First Strike that can also play defense is pretty good. So we're going to take this guy. Oh, wow. Huh. So I think this guy's awesome. Pretty expensive, but we're kind of already planning on being some sort of ramp deck. And he's basically a huge value spike when you play him. And a great blocker, and all the things. So I think he's going to be a fine pick. Exile up to 1 target creature that player controls. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely going to take this. Martial Glory seems alright. Night Watch seems good. I think Night Watch is probably the pick here. Just more value, expensive cards. Value, expensive train all the way. Okay. That's fine. I think I'll take the raid here. I kind of need more removal. And so that's what I'm going to choose. Nothing really here. This seems alright. Nothing else here seems okay. Probably not going to end up playing it, but I'm going to take it. Alright, Naturalize is good sideboard. 10th Street Market. Okay. Way of the Thief. Yeah, I'm going to take that so that somebody else doesn't have it. And this guy. Okay. Well, our deck's pretty good. We need a little bit more ramp type things. A couple more clue stones or Farseek or something along those lines would be great. Really, any ramp I would be willing to play right now, just because our late game is so good if we can get our lands. Some sort of Towering Indrik with reach would be really great too. So we'll see what we get. Alright, well nothing super exciting here. A little bit of a disappointing pack altogether. Common Bond is okay. I think I'm going to end up taking this Avenging Arrow because it's a reasonably good removal spell, which is something we need to get through the early game. I would take the Stab Wound, but I'm not terribly sold on playing black right now, and I'd rather stay on color if I can. So I'm going to take the Avenging Arrow. Alright, Soul Tithe is a card that I would prefer not to play. Sentry is pretty good early game. You know, comes down, stops the beats, and it's pretty high value. I mean, a 3/2 for 3 is nothing to scoff at. So I think that that's the choice here. Alright, well, Healer is kind of exactly what we need in this deck. Once again, something that comes down, plugs up the board, gains us some life so we can survive till late, and it's a pretty high quality card altogether, so I think it's a good pick here. So our deck looks pretty good. We get to make some cuts. Probably going to play 3 colors, and Naturalize obviously not going to be in there, so it looks pretty good so far. So here's an Overgrown Tomb, which would be pure value pick. Gate Creeper Vine, so I can get a basic land or a gate. Seems pretty amazing. It's kind of what we need. It's not really ramp, but it makes sure that we hit all of our land drops and comes down at 2 and can block to save us some life. So Overgrown Tomb worth 4-ish tickets, I think right now. I wouldn't discount anybody for taking it, but I don't think I need it right now. And I think our deck is better. It is Swiss though. Alright, I'm going to take the Tomb just for value. It's a Swiss draft, so I'm not looking to get to the finals or anything. And we can survive without the Great Creeper Vine. Also gives us a chance to play some sort of black card, so there you go. Alright, Monitor's pretty good at 4. Looks better than anything else here. Arrestor seems like the sort of card we would want because it slows down the early game. It's a 2-drop. Seems to do everything we want, so we'll take it. Like in our deck, I wish we had some reach, guys, because we're going to get punished pretty hard by flyers. But that's alright, we have some pretty good cards. I think overall our deck is pretty good. And we got a value Overgrown Tomb, so we can't lose at this point. Literally cannot lose. control here. Alright. So nothing really here that I would be excited about. Could take the battered horn and just literally not play it, basically. I think it's worse than most of the cards that are already in our deck. So I'm going to take the Guild Gate here in case we get a nice late black card that we would want to play, or maybe there's something in our sideboard that we would want. This gives us 2 black sources basically for free, and I'm basically losing nothing. I probably wouldn't play the battered horn if I took it here. Our late game is just already so stuffed up. Alright. Interesting. Card is very interesting. Don't think it's important to take. I could just take the fog, and by fog I mean I gain 7 life. I wonder why this is target player, because I can't ever imagine when I would cast it on not myself, but I'm sure there's some time. Yeah, I guess I might need it. I don't really need anything else out of this. Okay, nothing here. I'm going to take the key rune and then hide it. Okay, so nothing here again. It's a 1/1 with lifelink. It's a Rubbleback Rhino. I don't think that that's better than anything we have. And I guess I'll take this in case somebody has some crazy artifacts I want to blow up. How many cards do we have right now? A whole bunch of cards. Probably not playing that. Nothing here too exciting. This card is probably the best against us, so I'm gonna just take it away. Probably don't need that armor transport, but I'll leave it out for now. Oh yeah, we have 5 Alarm Fire. I almost forgot about that. Goblin Rally seems amazing, although Looter is not that bad in our deck either, and pretty heavy late. I'll take the Racketeer. I almost forgot that we had 5 Alarm Fire. It's like the 4/4 flying demonic tutor guy that both you and your opponent, like, I just don't understand why that wouldn't be picked up like first pick. It's still a 4/4 flyer, and it's like the card's very good. So I don't know. It's like both of you are demonic tutoring, but you have a 4/4 flyer, and your opponent probably doesn't. So I don't know. All right. Well, in the interest of time, I am going to pause while I build, and I'll see you again when the deck is built. Alright, so here's the finished masterpiece. The good news is the deck is really good. The bad news is mana is a little shaky. So I'm doing 6/4, 6 plains, 5 mountains, Guildgate, and the Celestia Cluestone means we have 8 sources of white and green. And the Gruul Cluestone means we have 6 sources of red. So the deck is fine. Right now I have the Ceratok on the sideboard. I might choose to put that in. I haven't really decided about that one yet. It seems good, but I feel like these other cards were probably a little bit better in the main board. The monitor is a little bit better, and having the trick is a little bit better. The tricks. So still a consideration. We have pretty good 2s, and the Guild Mage is a little bit out of place because we don't have a lot of red sources, but I think he's pretty good into the late game even, so he's worth playing. So that's the deck. We are playing the 5 Alarm Fire. I might consider taking it out if it's not impressive, but this is what we're going to go for, and I'll see you for game 1.